like let's say that they gave me an engagement gift. Let's say that I give her a ring. Let's say I spent $15,000 on a ring, $20,000 on a ring. I gave her a ring, did the whole thing, got down on one knee and all that. And then she gave me a gift. Let's say she gave me a Rolex or a Cartier, or she gave me an IWC or something like a really nice watch. Like I went out, let's say I spent $40,000, $30,000 on a ring. She went out and spent the equivalent on a watch. It's like, here's your engagement gift from me. I just want to show you I appreciate you. So she gives me $30,000 worth of stuff. I give her $30,000 worth of stuff. It doesn't work out. I'm going to give her the watch back. Right? She's going to give me the ring back. Now, here's the play. Her watch, if it's a Rolex or some really nice high-end timepiece, her watch is more valuable than that ring. That ring lost its value as soon as I took it out of the ring shop. Just like when you buy a car, it loses value as soon as you drive it off the lot. That watch is going to hold its value and probably go up depending on what type of watch that she gave you. Right. And what's funny about that is in the court, they're like, well, it's not the same as an engagement ring, blah, blah. I guess in Massachusetts, they would look at it and think it's equal. And they might say, well, that's equal value initially. So, y'all could do whatever. You keep the ring, he keeps the watch. The guy, the person with the watch will win because it worth more. But at the end of the day, if I were in that situation, I gave her a ring, let's say $30,000 ring. She gave me a $30,000 watch. For whatever reason, we didn't get married. I would absolutely give her watch back. I would absolutely give her watch back. And depending on what happened with the engagement, who knows why it ended. Let's say it ended because her parents or her family did something was just too bad. Can't deal with it. I'm not going to ask you to leave your family for me. Let's just not get married. In that case, I probably would say keep the ring. Because I still love you. I ain't mad at you, baby. It ain't nothing like that. Keep the ring. But if it's something like that, like you was banging one of my homeboys at your bachelorette party, or you talking to my people talking about how you running, I'm going to run his pockets, I'm going to get him for this and this and that. It's all a play. Yeah, give me the ring back. Give me the ring back. Here go your watch. So, I mean, it is definitely, it is what it is. You're right. Identify the red flags. Absolutely. And Brother Mike was like, she has to earn it, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah. And I think part of earning it is putting on that twisty tie or putting on that little toy ring or whatever you put on her finger. I think that's part of it. You want to see how she views you. Come on now, let's just keep it 100. We are living in a world where people are trying to get what they can, everything they can. So you're going to have to, I hate to say it, but you're going to have to, I don't hate to say it. It's the fact. You're going to have to test it. You're going to have to test and just be sure that that's the woman. I'm not saying have one of your homeboys call her up and try to smash. I'm not trying to say do that. If you're dealing with a woman that you think will go smash some other guy because has a Lamborghini or he's like really buffed or whatever, then you with the wrong woman anyway. If you're thinking that you need to, loyalty test her in that manner, get someone like Austin Dunham or somebody to loyalty test her, you with the wrong woman. That's my thing. I've had guys come up to me and say this kind of thing like, hey, she'll be at this spot, man. This is what she's going to be. Here's a picture of her. Hey, won't you see if you can chat her up, man? See if you can smash or whatever, and then let me know. I'm like, bro, if you believe that guys are able to walk up to her and she's going to choose these dudes, then why are you with her? Why you need someone to test it? If that's what you believe inside that she's out here doing this, why are you with her, homie? Are you telling me where she at? Why is she in this club? Why is she over here in this lounge? Why is she popping bottles? Right? You already know what time it is. So if you're dealing with a woman, the loyalty test thing, I think, is done. But once you get a woman, it's a good woman, you want to be with her, you want to marry her, I wouldn't just give her the engagement ring. I would see how she acts when I give her something that's valueless, but it means something to me. Like, this is for me. Right? I've had girls give me, those little keychains with like a little panda, little stuffed animal, whatever. I've had girls give me stuff like that, here and there in my life. And you know what? Those little stuffed animals meant so much to me because she was just thinking about me. She was out. She was like, I was thinking about you. It was, the one girl gave me, it was a koala. And the reason she did it, we saw koala bears at the zoo or something. We went to the zoo, we saw koala bears. And then like 6 months after that, she came to the crib and she gave me, like, she just had this little koala bear sitting on top of my wallet when I woke up in the morning. And she wasn't even there. right? And a little bitty note that says, "You're my koala." Right. And I was just like, well, I clipped that thing on like whatever I was wearing. I had it clipped around. If I was wearing a chain, it'll be clipped around that. Or if I had like clip it into like one of the buttonholes in my shirt, clip it, just be wearing it, or I have it hanging in the car. Right. I kept that thing, man, that little koala thing, man. I kept that, bro. That meant a lot to me. You know, like she was thinking about me, right? This was a good woman. She never cheated. She wouldn't even like that. She went about that life, right? This is one, you know, this is one who I actually cleared the rotation for. I was just messing with her. I stopped messing. You know, and she was cool with me having a rotation, but you know, this was her way of adding value and showing how down she was. I got rid of the rotation. She didn't ask me to. It was just because of the way she was rocking, right? And bro, it didn't work out because of me. I look back on it as an old man, like, damn, that was a good woman. That I really let a good woman get away. She wound up getting married, had a couple kids, whatever. She's doing her thing. She's great. She's grandma now, like she's doing her thing. Right? We still cool. But I'm like, man, I messed that up. But that little koala thing, man, I'm here to tell you, bro. That little koala thing, I was like, yeah, if I wanted to marry her, I absolutely would have bought her the best ring I could afford. I absolutely would have done that. You know what I mean? And then look at Miss Kayla, he's like, yo, if it gets caught off because you did me dirty, you're gonna have to go to court and get this. Hey, look, that's what they gonna do then. I wouldn't want it, you know, like I don't. Even if the woman gave me a watch, you know, a very expensive watch, and you know, I caught her cheating or whatever, I'm still gonna give her her watch back. I ain't gonna trip. You know what I mean? Like then she'll bust down recreational use. You know, it is what it is, man. But if you find yourself a good one, you know what I mean? It takes time. You do what you got to do. You do your due diligence. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to take that leap of faith. But I wouldn't go out and buy him a $70,000 engagement ring. I'm telling you, I'll use a twisty tie. Like I said, I've done it. I went out there, bought a really nice ring, spent a bunch of money. I forget how much I spent, but it was definitely over $5,000. Spent a bunch of money on a ring. No, I think it was closer to 10 grand. And now that I think about it, it was closer to 10,000. Spent a bunch of money on a ring, and it was just the wrong thing to do. It was just dumb. So we know as men that the system works against us. Right? We know as men, like it just doesn't make sense to really participate in this, right? So we have a video lined up here. Professor Scott Galloway, one of my favorite dudes out here, talks about this, and he says why 70% of divorce filings are by women. It's 70 to 80% depending on, you know, where you're getting your numbers. But dudes need to realize that the game has changed to a point where you really have to vet these women. There's people out here, especially if you're successful, you really have to vet these women, bro. You gotta, I'm telling you, man, twisty tie. Twisty tie. Go buy the engagement ring, but don't give it to her. Give her the twisty tie. See how she acts, man. Take her to Golden Corral every now and then. See how she acts, bro. Tell her you don't have the money to go buy the bottles or do whatever. You know, see if she covers it. There are a lot of women who will. Just test the waters, bro. Test the waters. Like, see what's going on, because there are people out here who see you as a come up. They see you as the bag, right? They whatever. They might, you know, it's like, well, look, if I'm gonna settle for this guy, this is a good settle for me because, you know, he has this nice house and, you know, he takes these nice trips and whatever. He drives the nice car. He likes to take me out to nice meals. Bro, y'all need to be real careful, man. And then to marry a woman, you go into a system where if it doesn't work, and we know 50% of marriages fail in America, that's the accepted number is going up. I think Michael Certain was saying it's something like 54 to 56% of marriages now are failing. First time marriages are failing. So think about that. You know, going in that we accept that half the time is going to fail. 1 in 2 marriages fail. We accept that. And then, you know, if you're the guy, if you're the person who has more, bro, you're going to lose quite a bit. You're going to lose quite a bit for whatever reason. But let's listen to what Professor Galloway has to say.